What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome back to our channel Total Technology. This is tutorial 73 and today's topic will be graph properties. So guys, in the last tutorial we've already started installing our graph algorithm plugin, and as we discussed that from next tutorial onwards we're going to talk about different graph algorithm, and while doing that we'll be going to tackle some real world use cases or some very popular mathematical problems. Okay, but to start those things, I think I should complete the other important part of this series, which is the understanding of the different graph properties. I know many of you are already familiar with this thing because most of you are coming from engineering background or mathematical background, or already completed all those sort of basic things in their high school mathematics or college, I'm not sure. But if someone is completed or finished their study long back, maybe for them it will be kind of a good refreshers, and they can easily correlate those things in the upcoming series when we are going to start the actual algorithm implementation using CYPHER and other Neo4j features. Okay, so this tutorial is going to be purely on different graph properties which we can this is not for Neo4j. Any graph in the world consists of these properties. Okay, so these are the 4 different properties of a graph: directed, undirected graph, weighted graph or unweighted graph, cyclic or acyclic graph, and last one is dense and sparse graph. So all these 2 things are anti. So someone can say directed, undirected 2 property, weighted, unweighted 4, another 2, so 4, cyclic, acyclic 6. So there could be 8 properties, but no, if we have a directed graph, definitely there is an undirected graph. So that is why I just clustered them together. The same applicable for this weighted and unweighted, cyclic and acyclic, dense and sparse. So total 4 unique properties, and again there is something anti of every property, then that will make these properties like composite of each other. So that's why directed has another one, undirected, weighted has unweighted, cyclic has acyclic, and dense has sparse. So and all of you now understand what I mean to say. If anyone is familiar with all those examples or features, can easily skip this tutorial and come back from the next tutorial. But if you want, you can go and continue. I'll be going to explain this thing in a very basic level to implementation level with Neo4j CYPHER. Okay, so what is unweighted and weighted graph? So at the top there is an unweighted graph, and at the bottom there is a weighted graph. So weighted and unweighted feature actually depends on the relationship property. Actually this this represents the relationship property between 2 nodes. Okay, for example, Ronnie knows John is a property name is no, and the next weighted graph, Ronnie knows John, and for the property for the relationship we have a property called for how many years it knows, for 10 years. So first unweighted graph, the relationship name is knows, and it has only from this graph you can only say there is a relationship exists between Ronnie and John, and the direction is from Ronnie to John. Just forget about direction, just think about if the proper relationship exists or not. From that graph we can only say that yes, a relationship exists between Ronnie and John, and the relationship name is knows, so Ronnie knows John. That is the relationship. And for the next one, for the weighted graph, you can easily say Ronnie knows John, and for how many years he knows John for 10 years. Okay, so weighted graph actually means it is actually giving some importance based on the relationship property. Okay, so what is the property here? For how many years it knows? For 10 years. On the first one we have no property defined for the relationship, so that is why it called unweighted. Means relationship doesn't represent any properties. Okay, and for weighted graph, relationship must represent some property. It means relationship is going to give you some insight about the data. Means for unweighted graph and for weighted graph, only one difference is that weighted graph you only able to understand whether relationship exists or not, and in weighted graph you will able to understand if a relationship exists or not, and what is actually it mean by the relationship, and some more insight about the data. Okay, so if you write this, okay, let me summarize this thing here. Okay, weighted and unweighted if it nature is depending if nature depends on the relationship property, right? I think I need to make this small. Okay, for unweighted graph it only says the existence of the relationship. Okay, so guys, I'm just making it kind of very simple so that if someone is going to watch this video later on, or if someone is going to refer this slide only, you'll be able to clearly connect the dots and able to understand what actually I mean to say. Okay, for unweighted graph it only says the existence of the relationship, and for weighted graph it says the existence and property of the it says the existence and property of the relationship. This is the existence of the relationship and property of the relationship. So let me make it like this. Okay, important notes about just important notes. That's it. So this slide is now complete, guys. So let me again explain this thing. Weighted and unweighted nature depends on the relationship property. Definitely here the property is not going to represent any the relationship is not going to represent any property, so it is unweighted, and here it is going to represent something about the relationship, so that is the that is why it is weighted graph. Okay, for unweighted graph it only says about the existence. For example, from there you only can say that yes, the relationship exists, the relationship name is knows, right? You can only say talk about the existing. Okay, and here it actually going to talk about the existence and as well as some data about the relationship. When you talk about data means like data will be present somewhere within the relationship, and we know in CYPHER or Neo4j you only can have data in the form of dictionary format like key value, so that will be also called as a property of the node or relationship. So here we're going to talk about relationship, so definitely the value will be stored as a property value, so that is why it says the existing of the relationship and property of the relationship. Just one thing, remember, when you are going to talk about any data within Neo4j, so it will be always some property value. Okay, so that's it. So next tutorial, how to create weighted graph, so that is going to be very important. So let me show you how to do that. Okay, I think, where is my this thing? Yes, so let me first check whether I have any node here or not. Match and Yes, I have nothing. So let me create first two nodes. Create a employee, our favorite example, name, that will be my name. Okay, let's create another one and give name John. Let's check it is created or not. Sometime. Okay, fine. So Ronnie and John created. Let's establish some relationship. So match A, then copy this one, match, let's say B, Ronnie. Okay, and then create the relationship between them. So it will be A knows B. Okay, and here we'll implement this property for underscore for years, and that will be 10. So that's it. So how to represent the weighted like how to create a weighted graph which is going to represent some property values from the relationship. So inside the property inside the relationship we can create multiple properties. For the one of the property I just created one of the properties, and it is going to be represent or like put as key value pair. So for years is going to be the like property name, and the value will be 10. So if you do this thing, see, I got this thing, it's successfully run. So it will be created. By doing this, by seeing this, you will not be able to understand that it is not going to be represented here. So rather, if you click this thing, you will say for years 10. So you have the property value of this thing. So what I'll do now, I will write this thing here, and I think okay, B, so this is the query, guys. What happened? Why this is not okay? That's it, guys. So in this way you can create a weighted graph based on the relationship property like this. Okay, so this is very simple. Okay, so next thing we will going to do the same thing from Python. So what I'll do now, let me write down the query first. Okay, and now I will, where is my this thing? Okay, so first of all, let's create this thing. This time let's create two different name. Let's say Vicky, and what else, Rahul. Then session dot run equals to q1. Okay, let's run this thing. Probably I think if we run this thing we should get some error actually. So what I'll do, we'll do it one by one, terminated, and then we'll write this thing. Something happened in expected white space character. Okay, okay. What is the problem here? I'm not able to understand. Create B employee name like this. We're getting some error, not sure expected white space character offset Rahul, and the error is okay. So problem is here actually. So like this, in the codes we got problems, it's terminated. So let's check. Sometime it happens, as I told you, that is why it's not a good idea to do always copy paste. So we got Vicky and we got Rahul, so we will now do it. So guys, you can do it using some loop as well, but I just thought of just like segregating everything, and after that we should do it. Okay, so it will be Rahul, so and Vicky. Okay, so Rahul, Vicky, everything is here. Okay, fine, let's run this thing. So terminated mean is completed. So let's check it from here again. See, Rahul knows Vicky for 10 years. If you click this thing, for 10 years, here also we pass the same. Knows A, knows B, Rahul knows Vicky. So this is very simple, guys, so easily you can understand the concept. So what I'll do, I will make this Q2, okay, and I'll create another Q1 like this, and after that what we'll do, and we will easily put this thing here like this, okay, and this will be our Rahul, Vicky, and what you have to do, you have to run this two things parallelly, one by one. That's it. This is simple, guys. So I can give you the demo as well. So let me delete everything first. Match in, detach, delete in. So nothing is there, you can check it, nothing is there. Let's run this thing. Let me check. No error, it should not create any error. So it's terminated at one go. So let's run this thing. See, Rahul knows Vicky, and if you click here, it's done. So guys, now you'll understand why I'm giving that much importance on Python, because anyways it is going to be the same CYPHER query. Guys, our ultimate objective is to working on the intelligent driven application, or developing some intelligent driven application, right? So for that you need to be very strong on Python. That is why I'm trying to give you guys more and more use case, more and more examples, so that all your doubts regarding Python will be clear. So that is the main objective. Okay, so let me copy this thing and I will put it here. Okay, so coding is done from CYPHER, sorry, everything is on CYPHER from Neo4j console. Okay, and coding is completed from Neo4j web console. Coding is completed from Python ID. You have explained what is weighted graph, unweighted graph. We have given some sort of like quick highlights so that easily you can correlate, and we have also discussed what is the weighted what are the different properties. Let me highlight this thing so it will be easier to understand. We discussed this thing in this current topic. Okay, so that's it, guys. Probably in the next tutorial we can discuss about some more properties. Probably we can discuss on directed graph. In the next tutorial onwards we'll be going to discuss further other properties. So this is my planning. So once we are done with these properties, then we can slowly start playing around with our newly installed plugin, and also we'll be going to see what are the different algorithms are available and how to use them. And once we are familiar with all those things, then we can gradually start implementing or applying those algorithm on some real world use cases, or you guys also can come up with some use cases and we'll see how to do it. Okay, So that's it guys, we'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and don't forget to subscribe our channel, hit the like button if you really enjoy our video. If you want to get more updates, please hit the bell icon so you should not miss any notification. If someone is watching our channel for the first time, guys, please share our videos. Feel free to comment on our videos if you have any doubt, question, if you want to provide some feedback, or if you want us to create some other tutorial on other topic, please reach me out. I'll always try to improve our quality, and also wants to know actually the viewers feelings towards our contents. Okay, so last but not least, that is the most important thing, guys, thank you very much for all of you. Yes, I mean the Udemy students, thanks for purchasing my course. It's actually meant a lot to me. You guys, because of you guys, I'm getting extra motivation towards creating more and more quality contents, and I'll always try to improve my qualities. Guys, please communicate with me. Try to understand what is your feeling towards the content. If you have any question, demand, or any clarification, feedback, please feel free to write me on Udemy instructor box, and I'll try to answer all your queries as soon as possible. Okay, once again guys, if you are going to watch this video, it doesn't make any sense, and it is not going to help you in the longer run. So please grab your pen and paper, open your computer, laptop, whatever, try to understand, try to implement, try to do some sort of coding, then your concepts will be clear, or else you will definitely forget after 10 or 15 days. Okay, so try to do your own practice. So that is the one recommendation. So enough of talking guys, we'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and have a nice day.